Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you went there? Or struggled to remember a name you have known for years? For many adults over 60, small memory lapses like this can feel scary. But what if I told you that one common food could actually help protect your brain and slow memory decline? Researchers studying conditions like Alzheimer's disease have discovered something surprising, and most seniors have this food in their kitchen already. In today's video, I will reveal what that food is and why it works for brain health. Let us start with what most people get wrong about memory loss. When we think about brain health, we usually think about mental exercise, crosswords, puzzles, brain games. And those things are fine, they keep your mind active. But here's what researchers have learned recently. The brain is not separate from the body, it's part of it. And one of the biggest drivers of memory decline is something happening in your blood vessels, not your neurons. It's about blood flow. Your brain is the most energy-hungry organ in your body. It uses about 20% of the oxygen you breathe. That oxygen doesn't just appear in your brain, it has to get there through tiny blood vessels, thousands of miles of them. When those blood vessels stay open and flexible, your brain gets what it needs. When they get stiff or narrow or inflamed, your brain gets less. And over time, that shortage adds up. Cells struggle, connections fade, memory slips. So the real question is not just how to exercise your brain, it's how to keep those blood vessels healthy so your brain gets what it needs. And that brings us to the food. The number one food that slows memory loss after 60 is leafy greens. Now, I know that sounds simple. You've heard it before. Eat your vegetables. But here's what doctors and researchers are finding. It's not just general advice anymore. The evidence is specific and strong. One major study followed older adults for nearly 5 years. The ones who ate 1 to 2 servings of leafy greens per day had brains that tested 11 years younger than those who ate none. 11 years. That's not a small difference. So what makes leafy greens so powerful? 3 things. First is vitamin K. This is a nutrient most people only associate with blood clotting, but your brain is full of vitamin K. It helps protect the membranes around your brain cells. Think of it like insulation around a wire. When that insulation stays intact, the signal gets through. When it breaks down, the signal gets fuzzy. Leafy greens are the best source of vitamin K on the planet. Second is lutein. You might have heard of lutein for eye health. It collects in the macula and protects your vision. But here's what researchers discovered recently. Lutein also collects in the brain. It builds up in the hippocampus, the memory center, and it seems to protect brain cells from the wear and tear of aging. Third is folate. This is a B vitamin that helps lower something called homocysteine. High homocysteine levels are linked to brain shrinkage and memory decline. Folate brings those levels down. And again, leafy greens are one of the best sources. So when you eat spinach or kale or collards or romaine, you're not just getting one brain-protecting nutrient, you're getting a whole package of them that work together. Now here's where most people go wrong. They think a salad here and there is enough, or they buy a bag of mixed greens and it sits in the fridge until it goes bad, or they try supplements instead. Supplements are not the same. When you isolate one nutrient, you lose the synergy. The way these compounds work together in real food matters. Your body knows what to do with a leaf in a way it doesn't know what to do with a pill. So what does one serving actually look like? It's about 1 cup raw or half cup cooked. That's it. A small salad, a handful of spinach and your eggs, some kale mixed into soup. You don't need to eat a bushel a day, just 1 serving, consistently. Now here's something I want to ask you. If this information is helpful, would you do me a quick favor? Just type the word brain in the comments. That's all, just brain. It lets me know you're watching and tells me you want more content like this. I would really appreciate it. Let me give you 3 simple ways to get more leafy greens without turning your whole life upside down. Number 1 is swap your base. If you make sandwiches or wraps, use lettuce or spinach instead of bread sometimes. It's an easy swap that adds a serving without feeling like you're eating a salad. Number 2 is add them to eggs. Scrambled eggs in the morning? Throw a handful of spinach in while they cook. It wilts down to almost nothing. You barely taste it, but you get the nutrients. Number 3 is blend them. If you make a smoothie, add a handful of kale or spinach. You won't taste it over the fruit, but your brain will thank you. Here's what you need to know about consistency. This is not a one-time fix. Eating kale once a month does nothing. The people in that study ate greens every day or at least several times a week. It's the steady intake that builds up the protection over time. Think of it like saving money. One deposit doesn't make you rich, but small, regular deposits over years add up. Same with your brain. Small, regular servings add up to real protection. Now, I want to be clear about something. Leafy greens are powerful, but they're not magic. They work best as part of an overall pattern. Good sleep, moving your body, staying socially connected, managing blood pressure. All of it matters. But if you had to pick one food to add, the evidence points to greens. They give you the most protection for the least effort. So if you've been noticing those small memory lapses, the forgotten name, the lost word, the walk into a room with no idea why, don't panic. Don't assume it's just aging you have to accept. Try this one simple change. Add one serving of leafy greens to your day, every day, for the next month. See if you feel sharper. See if those little moments happen less often. And I would love to hear from you. Have you noticed changes in your memory as you've gotten older? What have you tried that helped? Drop it in the comments. Let's learn from each other. If this video was helpful and you want more simple, practical ways to protect your health as you age, consider subscribing. I put out new videos every week. Just tap the button below so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for being here. Take care of that brain. You're going to need it for a long time.